Hello everyone. Today we're starting a new series. What if civilization started over? This is heavily inspired by Ada's Pro. I will put his username in the description, but he gave me the idea to do this. So this is what we're gonna be doing. And well, let's just get straight into it. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna have some. It's like we're gonna have a bunch of civilizations. So we're gonna have like a civilization here, over here in America down here. But for that to happen, we're going to need one starting civilization. Where will they be? Glad you asked. They will start here in like Oman. Maybe. I think this is Yemen here. But they will start like in the Oman area. So they're going to be red because, well. Okay. So these guys, they're kind of red. They're a little reddy. They're like expanding down the coast a little bit. And they're going to just look like this. This is where our other things come into play. So we're gonna have major cities. Our first major city will be about right here. We'll have them there, and I guess that also has to be their capital city because it's their only city. So, geez, right there, that's their capital. That's fun. And geez, we can get them another small city here. We'll give them another little city right there. Let's continue with what we were doing before. And they're gonna expand up here further more, and it's kind of just like a little. They're just like setting up little small bases. They're not like really like as you can see. There's no one that they're like fighting to get this land. Like there's no owners of this land. But so obviously to get something started, we're gonna need like a second civilization. So we're gonna have a different one. We're gonna have some blue guys. They're gonna be like, yo guys, I don't really want to settle here. We're gonna settle down here. So they're gonna settle over here, kind of this little area. There's no like bad relations between these guys. It's just these guys didn't like the area they were in, so they wanted to settle down here. And let's get them a few cities here. We're gonna put it right here. Their major city right there, there. And the red guys, these guys are gonna get a new major city because of how much they've been expanding. We're gonna get one right there. Heck, maybe give them one right here too, because it's kind of just like the same thing. And also, one thing I do want to say is you guys can tell me anything that you want to have added. I'm probably going to add it. So let's say you guys want, like, I don't know, some purple dudes to go down here and to Madagascar and create some other civilization thing. That we could do that. Yeah, so this could be, like, run by you guys almost. Like, we could have, you guys could be like, I want people to go to Madagascar, and then, boom, they're in Madagascar. I mean, well, also, it has to make sense. We can't have, like, can we colonize America already? I can't just go and colonize America for you guys. But the red guys, they'll expand a little bit further down this coast. They're not going to try and touch the blue. They don't want bad relations already. So they're going to actually start expanding a little bit further up here. They're just expanding across the coast. And they're going to start filling in here like this. It's not too much, but just a little bit filling in. Another thing, I mean, I already said this, but I want to say it again. This entire series is heavily inspired by Diz Pro. I will put him into the description. But as they start expanding, they get more and more major cities. And it's not just them that are getting major cities, it's also Blue Team over here. They are going to now expand down into here. So we have our first little peoples in Africa. It's not too much people in Africa, but they're in Africa, alright. Yeah, they're going to expand down the Somalian coast. Yeah, Somalian coast. And they're going to be like this. Like this. They're not too ambitious or anything. They just want their own land. So now they kind of own like this Persian area, see? But we're gonna form a new civilization here. So basically, we're gonna have these guys in what this is UAE. They're like, yo, the land across here looks kind of nice. What is this land? This is like Iran, I want to say. Yeah, we're gonna form a new civilization. These guys, they're gonna get some green guys, and they're gonna form across the coast. Like just just a little forming across the coast. No bad stuff. It's just like the red team. They don't really want to expand up here. So they're gonna do it themselves. And these aren't really official civilizations, like these guys aren't actually called like red guys. They're just like people. They're just like moving along. They don't have like alliances, trade route. I mean, they probably have a little bit of trade routes. Speaking of trade routes, actually, let's start working on that a little bit. So, in the next video, I am going to, in fact, figure out how to make these things on the sides go away. I mean, not go away, but like just so that way you can't see them. I'm actually going to make these trade outs a little bit smaller because I think it looks better smaller. Also, if you guys want to do this yourself, just let me know. I can show you guys like a tutorial or something. So they're kind of like running along the coast. I mean, like everyone really is. They can't really go into this Arabian desert. I mean, they can, It's just like, it's not really ideal. As you can see, the red team is benefiting the most from these trade routes because, well, since they don't really want to leave the coast, they kind of get the most trade routes going through them. And then we're going to have an overseas trade route here. It's going to go into their capital city, and then it will kind of split. One way, it's over here, and the other one will go over here. We're going to have major city. It's going to go here. Let me actually check that the trade route for reference. They're going to have a major city here, and that is what our major city map kind of looks like now. So, yeah. The reason I'm not doing provinces yet is because, like, well, you see this. This isn't really, like, official land. Like, they're not, like, fighting over land because, like, I own this land. No, I own this land. It's kind of just, like, people live here, and they're kind of, like, under these government, kind of. So it's nothing crazy, but, yeah. That's the wrong spot. So these guys are going to expand up here, and then they're going to find, like, holy crap, this is the Mesopotamian. So this is Tigris and Euphrates. I think it's Euphrates and Tigris. Tigris? I don't know. So they're gonna find this and they're gonna be like, holy crap, let's expand down here. And they're gonna kind of really just focus on expanding here, and they're probably actually gonna move their capital to here soon. But these guys are quickly gonna do this just like that. I'm not really exactly sure where they are, but this is what they kind of look like now. So first color in major cities there. So we're gonna form a bunch of major cities. Probably one right here, here. Another one probably right here, here, tip here. One right here and here. And they're gonna take their capital city and they're actually going to just full on remove it and move it into the, not remove it, but like they're gonna move it here. That's there. Okay. And now we have a bigger kind of, not threat, but like bigger area. And the red guys, they're going to be kind of jealous. They're like, we want some Euphrates. And they're going to start expanding towards where the Euphrates kind of is. They're not going to like completely ignore some stuff, but like they're gonna move down that way to like the more fertile-ish areas. They're gonna fill in this here. And when I'm done with this video, I'm going to work on trade routes, cities a little bit more. I'm probably gonna do that off camera, the other stuff, but it's not nothing that you're gonna like need to see. And these guys, they're going to meet with these guys, and this isn't gonna create tensions or anything. It's just people live here. So yeah, this is what the world looks like right now. Actually, this is exactly what the world looks like to them. So not exactly, but pretty much what it looks like to them. And well, the white. So basically, the areas that are white is kind of like it could expand on forever, and then the areas that are like this little weird looking pattern, that's water. It's just the water for me is on a different layer. But basically, the water, it's kind of just like it goes on forever. They don't really know what's happening. They don't really know what's happening over here. They kind of know that there's like, they don't know anything about in here. They just know that it's there and that you can't really travel through it right now. These guys, they're looking for something a little bit colder. Let me actually say something. So the 8 is Pro civilization thing, I've been watching it for a little while. It's great. They're like 90 episodes in. It is kind of hard to not like do kind of what they're doing. Like, obviously there was the red, then these blue guys, they broke away, but like, I didn't like have them break away. They kind of just like left because they didn't want to go here. These guys, they wanted to be on the other side, and so it's not completely following, so don't call me a copycat. But there is one thing that I am going to do, and there are people that want to go up north because it is kind of like they've explored up north a little bit. They've started exploring up north, and they think that, like, they don't know about the Black Sea. They just know that it's colder up north, so they want to go up north. So there's going to be some people that go up north. We're going to have them be orange. Actually, no, we're not going to have them there. We're going to have them, like, here. Yeah, they're going to kind of, like, meet up with both the Black Sea and the Caspian, and they're going to look like this, something like that. Fill in there. So this is what they look like now. So these guys are going to have a bunch, most of their cities are going to be along the coastline of the Caspian and the Black Sea. They're going to have more along the Caspian because, it's just the Caspian, it's just better. However, they are going to have a few, like, in the center, not the center, but, like, a little bit veered off from there. So I'm going to kind of sprinkle them around. Now, there is a big population, not just here, but in the entire world. I'd probably say there's about, like, maybe 40,000. That's a lot, but, like, this is over the course of, like, it's probably been 1,000 years because these were like cavemen when they first settled here in Oman. And actually, speaking of this, we are going to move their capital because this is kind of old now, And well, these guys are going to move their capital up to here because this is a little bit more of a strategical kind of spot to put their capital. So they're going to move it here, and this is what the I will give a ranking of the world right now. So the world is, this is the entire world. So it's all these guys. There's no like people that left and decided to go over to China, or people that left and decided to find their way through this eastern Russia, I guess, to go to Alaska. No, that hasn't actually happened yet. What has happened is all of this. This is all that's happened. Red guys, they're obviously the most powerful. They're the most strong, followed by the green because of this fertile Mesopotamian area. The orange is probably the next most powerful because of the like amount of cities they have, the amount of they have good stuff because of this, the both of the seas. And then probably in last place is blue because, well, they're kind of small. And speaking of that, they are going to start expanding a little bit to the coast of like tip of Somalia, Horn of Africa, and they're also gonna go up here a little bit. Not too much, but just enough so that way they can like have like some more land. This doesn't give them any new cities yet because this is like not like a process. That's the word. Processed enough to have like major cities or anything. This land's probably gonna get a major city soon, but I'm approaching about 20 minutes in the video, so I am going to probably end it soon. However, not just yet. So these guys up here, the orange guys, they're like this land is nice and cold, but I'd like something a little bit colder. Also, they have been exploring down here. It's obviously been through the coastline because of these. Don't remember the name of the mountain. I'm just gonna call them Turkish mountains. But they have been exploring past like the southern thing. They made it to Istanbul, and then they kind of crossed and they made it to like Greece and like Europe. Actually, they're liking it, so they're actually gonna settle here. So we're gonna have a new little civilization here in Athens. This is basically the Greeks, I guess. They're not gonna go anywhere near the Turkish island. And this is where they are right now. Their capital city is going to be. Their capital city is probably gonna be right here. I'm not gonna say strategic capital cities, but like they're pretty nice looking capital cities, I guess. Not major cities, my bad. Their capital's right here, of course. This is probably this is definitely their strongest city, probably followed by either this one here or this one. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually work on the trade route just a little bit more and then show it to you guys. We do in fact have overseas trade routes, and these guys, this trade route, obviously it isn't actually going through any actual major cities right now, but like these are major settlements, I guess. They're not actual like major cities or anything, you know? This trade route is going to go through here, kind of like around the Qatar area, but not like actually in Qatar. And this capital city is going to do the exact same thing and go down here. And now we have a pretty big trade route. So these obviously they don't have like actual roads. Of course they don't have like cement roads or anything, but like they don't have like crazy roads or anything that are like already there or established. It's just like there's tracks and stuff, and they're following kind of the tracks. But this is going to get a little bit zigzaggy here, so that way they can reach every major city, because this is, of course, green land. They can get more money by having it go through the rest of the capital cities, and of course, it's not money. It is whatever they have in this time. We're down into here, and then meet their capital. And this also probably would go over to here, which would also go down here. And this would also probably split. But this is where the trade route is. Yeah, it's kind of confusing a little bit, but trust me, it isn't. I think that's going to do it for this episode, and, well, this is what our world looks like right now. So, it's pretty exciting. Yeah. Alright, so this is going to be the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and this is episode 1 out of probably many. Make sure to, like, I'm going to put Ada's Pros, or username, whatever, channel, in the description below. And you're going to have to make sure to go follow him. Also, make sure to go follow me, because I want a follower, or a few. And make sure to like, subscribe, comment any ideas you have. And, well, this is our world so far, and it's pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.